instead, what we're getting is a bunch of weird conspiracies and a bunch of weird copes. Okay? Like, I have seen so many people over the past several months try and write this off as like a minor release. You know, as early as like, as recently as like last week, a lot of major YouTubers were trying to say that there were no major upcoming games for Switch 2 on the horizon when this was right there. You know, there were so many people trying to say that, like, I'm not interested in this game, I hate Pokemon, I hate life sims, and it just feels like super disingenuous and forced. You know, I released several statements about this, about how this was going to be this huge thing, about how Poképia was going to be this, like, huge cultural phenomenon. And nobody believed me, and today we all woke up to see the White House making Poképia memes and people just celebrating, you know, the story and the lore and just the characters in this. Like, Poképia is a fantastic experience. And yet, like, we're seeing the entire gaming community try and rally and try and, like, complain about this. You know, I've seen people try and say that this game doesn't have much of a story. It does. You know, I've seen people complain about the pacing. The pacing is perfectly fine. You know, I've seen people complain about the length. I've seen people complain about the content. I've seen people complain about Pokemon. And all of it just falls completely flat, honestly. Like, it does feel as if this is going to be the beginning of the Switch 2 storm. You know,